The most powerful minds in history did not rely on motivation, luck, or constant confidence. They relied on clarity. Stoicism is not about being emotionless or passive. It is about mastering perception, directing energy, and acting with precision while others are distracted by chaos. Those who understand this philosophy do not seek control over people. They seek control over themselves, and that is why they dominate in any environment. Stoicism teaches that the world does not shape you. Your interpretation of the world does. Powerful minds understand that events are neutral. Success and failure, praise and criticism, gain and loss only gain meaning after the mind interprets them. When you remove emotional distortion, you see reality clearly. And when you see clearly, you act decisively while others hesitate. This clarity creates an unfair advantage. While most people react emotionally, the Stoic responds rationally. While others waste energy complaining, the Stoic conserves strength. While others chase validation, the Stoic builds inner authority. This is where true dominance begins, not in force, but in self-command. If this way of thinking resonates with you and you want more content that sharpens your mind and strengthens your discipline, subscribe to this channel. What you're learning here is not entertainment. It is mental training. Powerful minds understand one core Stoic principle: focus only on what is within your control. This single rule eliminates anxiety, hesitation, and mental noise. You cannot control the opinions of others, the outcome of every effort, or the randomness of life. But you can control your thoughts, your actions, and your standards. Most people suffer because they invest emotional energy into things they cannot command. They argue with reality. They resist change. They cling to outcomes. The Stoic does the opposite. He accepts reality instantly and redirects energy toward purposeful action. This creates speed. And speed, when combined with discipline, looks like dominance. When your focus is clean, your decisions become sharp. You stop overthinking. You stop seeking permission. You stop waiting to feel ready. You act based on principle, not mood. This is why Stoic-minded individuals rise quickly in leadership, business, and personal mastery. They are not pulled off course by distractions that trap everyone else. Another reason powerful minds use Stoicism is emotional sovereignty. Emotions are not enemies, but unmanaged emotions are liabilities. Anger clouds judgment. Fear delays action. Pride blinds learning. Stoicism trains the mind to observe emotions without becoming enslaved by them. This does not mean suppressing feelings. It means understanding them, questioning them, and deciding whether they deserve obedience. When insulted, the Stoic asks whether the insult is true. If it is true, there is nothing to be offended by. If it is false, there is nothing to defend. This mental posture makes you untouchable. An untouchable mind is dangerous in the best way. You cannot be provoked into mistakes. You cannot be manipulated through ego. You cannot be broken by pressure. In competitive environments, this emotional stability separates those who crumble from those who command respect without demanding it. Stoicism also builds dominance through discipline. Not the loud, motivational kind, but the quiet, relentless kind. Powerful minds do not wait for perfect conditions. They train themselves to act correctly even when tired, bored, or uncomfortable. They do what must be done because it aligns with their values. Daily discomfort is a Stoic tool. Voluntary hardship strengthens the mind against involuntary hardship. When you train yourself to endure discomfort, you remove fear from the equation. Fear only has power over those who avoid pain. The Stoic steps into controlled difficulty and learns that he survives, grows, and sharpens. This creates confidence that cannot be faked. It is not loud. It does not seek attention. It shows in posture, speech, and decision-making. People sense it, opportunities follow it, authority gravitates toward those who are stable under pressure. The most powerful minds also use Stoicism to detach from outcomes while committing fully to action. This seems contradictory, but it is not. Detachment frees you from anxiety. Commitment ensures excellence. When you act without emotional attachment to results, you perform better. Athletes call this being in the zone. Leaders call it clarity. Stoics call it virtue in action. You give your best effort because it is your duty, not because you need applause. Win or lose, your self-respect remains intact. This makes you fearless. Fearless action compounds over time. While others quit when results are slow, the Stoic continues. While others panic when things go wrong, the Stoic adapts. Over months and years, this consistency creates mastery. From the outside, it looks like domination. From the inside, it feels like alignment. Stoicism also trains the mind to think long-term. Powerful minds are not obsessed with immediate gratification. They understand that pleasure without discipline leads to weakness. They trade short-term comfort for long-term power. This is why Stoic thinkers emphasize restraint. Not because pleasure is evil, but because excess dulls the mind. When you control your desires, you control your direction. You eat to fuel the body, not to escape boredom. You rest to recover, not to avoid responsibility. You speak with intention, not to seek approval. Over time, this restraint builds a reputation. People know you are reliable. They know you are not impulsive. They know you are not easily swayed. Trust is power, and trust is earned through consistent self-mastery. If you're gaining value from this and want to keep building a mind that cannot be shaken, subscribe to the channel. Every video here is designed to sharpen your thinking and strengthen your inner discipline. Another weapon of the Stoic mind is the practice of negative visualization. Powerful minds prepare for loss before it arrives. Not to be pessimistic, but to be resilient. When you imagine failure, rejection, or loss, you remove their shock value. If they happen, you are ready. If they don't, you are grateful. This preparation creates calm in crisis. While others panic, the Stoic executes. While others complain, the Stoic adapts. Crisis exposes character, and Stoicism forges character in advance. Powerful minds also use Stoicism to free themselves from external validation. The need for approval is a hidden chain. When your self-worth depends on praise, you become controllable. The Stoic anchors worth internally, in values and actions. This does not mean isolation or arrogance. It means independence. You can accept feedback without collapsing. You can receive praise without becoming addicted. You remain centered. This balance allows you to lead without insecurity and compete without envy. Envy is another trap Stoicism dismantles. The Stoic understands that someone else's success does not diminish his own path. He studies excellence instead of resenting it. He learns instead of complaining. This mindset accelerates growth while others waste energy on comparison. At its core, Stoicism is about alignment with reality. Powerful minds do not wish the world were different. They adapt to how it is. They use obstacles as training. They turn resistance into refinement. Every setback becomes data. Every failure becomes instruction. This removes the emotional weight from mistakes and replaces it with learning. When you are no longer afraid to fail, you experiment more. When you experiment more, you improve faster. This is why Stoicism has guided emperors, generals, thinkers, and modern leaders. Not because it makes life easy, but because it makes you strong. Strength attracts responsibility. Responsibility attracts influence. Influence looks like domination, but it is built on inner order. The Stoic does not dominate by force. He dominates by example. His calm sets the tone. His discipline raises standards. His presence stabilizes the room. This is silent power. If you want to continue developing this level of mental strength, subscribe to the channel and stay connected. What you practice daily becomes who you are. In the end, Stoicism teaches one final truth. You become powerful by mastering yourself, not by controlling others. When your mind is steady, your actions precise, and your values non-negotiable, the world responds. Chaos no longer distracts you. Fear no longer stops you. Opinion no longer defines you. You move forward with intention while others drift. This is how the most powerful minds use Stoicism. Not to impress, not to dominate loudly, but to operate at a level most people never reach.